Today we will learn what Forex is.
Hello to all COF students. I am Marie-Litovina's Vegis translator, and it is with great pleasure that I will teach you the basics of Forex. Before starting the adventure, it is important to remember and remind yourself of another sentence. I am and I remain a student. We are going to repeat this often to you to remind you that you are a student learning a skill that will serve you, be useful to you, and will pay you for the rest of your life. It is important to take your time and go at your own pace. Always keep a winning mind frame and you will succeed in the Forex industry. After finishing this video, you should have a very good understanding of the following questions. Feel free to pause the video to take notes and remind yourself, everyone is progressing at their own pace and do not compare yourself to others. Have you ever traveled abroad? If yes, then you probably have already participated in the Forex market. When you are at the airport or at the train station, you make a change of currency, meaning a change of currency against another, and this takes place on the Forex market. The word Forex is an abbreviation of foreign exchange. Now let's look at the exchange rate. This rate represents what buyers pay to exchange their currency for another one, in another way. Now let's look at the exchange rate. This rate represents what buyers pay to exchange their currency for another one. In another way, when you're abroad, it is the rate that you pay when you exchange your currency against the local currency. When you are back home, you must use the same exchange rate. In other words, you buy the currency of this country. The exchange rate may vary depending on supply and demand. If a currency is high on the demand list, this means that a large number of market participants are trying to get that currency. It is therefore subject to strong demand, so the exchange rates will be much higher. So if you travel to a country where its currency is in high demand, its exchange rate will be very high, and you will have to pay this from your pocket. If on the opposite there is a low demand on the currency, the exchange rate will be much lower, and you will earn money by exchanging your currency. Before we continue, we inform you that it is important to have seen the video on the main market participants to be able to have a good understanding to carry on this training. If you have not seen it, don't go any further and watch the previous video. This one will help you understand who influences the market. Supply and demand. When the demand is high, the rate increases, it becomes higher. When the demand is low, the rate decreases, it becomes lower. When market participants buy at a high rate, they create a strong demand. For developing countries, demand on their currency is low, so their rates are much lower. You will have more purchasing power in these countries. On this screen, we can observe the currency exchange rate live. If you look closely, we can see the rates evolve. Sometimes they decrease, sometimes they increase. They are the main market participants who are responsible for all these movements and rate changes, as they are constantly buying and selling currencies. When you change countries, there is no guarantee. On this chart, we can see that the Forex market is very important compared to other markets. In green, the New York Stock Exchange is equivalent to an exchange of $22.4 billion per day. In yellow, the Tokyo Stock Exchange is equivalent to an exchange of $18.9 billion every day. Then you have the London Stock Exchange in orange, where $7.2 billion is exchanged per day. In your opinion, by observing this chart, what is the volume of the Forex market? Forex is a huge industry that represents $5.3 trillion, more than 5,000 billions of dollars traded daily. It is an impressive number. You can already imagine how this figure, with the right methods, will be beneficial for you. It is an impressive number. You can already imagine how this figure, with the right methods, will be beneficial for you. To what point it is possible to make money in this market. So how do you benefit from it? We're going to use an example for everyone to understand. Forex is a bit like real estate. You own a house for a while and you want to sell it. You sell at the right time, so you make a profit. It's exactly the same thing with Forex, it's just a lot faster. You buy a currency, for example the euro, then you sell for a different pair. If the rate of the euro has increased, by selling it you have made a profit. Now you know what Forex is and how to benefit from it. It is important to have the necessary skills and a suitable psychology to be able to trade. Trading is not a game of chance. It's not a gambling poker. If you decide to take the plunge in this market, we must warn you that if you have no skills, no techniques, that you do not have a good risk management, nor a good control over this skill and earn money. Now you should be able to answer and understand the following questions. Read them and answer them quietly. As soon as you finish, go to the next video and remember, you are and you always remain a student.